I'm Tina Fenwick, and I've survived 2 bypass surgeries in the last 3 months. I just felt the pressure. I felt weird. That's the only way I can describe it. I felt weird. And that day, it just kept getting worse. I was putting flowers out and up and down the steps for the deck, and just house cleaning. It was my day off. So just typical day. Then I went to visit a friend in a nursing home, and walking from the parking lot into her room, I was really short of breath. And she was concerned, and so she called one of the RNs at the nursing home, and they took my blood pressure and suggested I go to urgent care. Well, I decided if I did that, then I was just going to go to the hospital directly. They've never said I've had a heart attack, and there's no heart damage to speak of. They did tell me if I'd gone home that night, I probably wouldn't have survived. Luckily, we caught it before I had a heart attack. My father had heart issues, both my grandfathers had heart issues. Then being overweight also did not help the situation one little bit. On September 4th, I had the second bypass. I've always kind of been of the mindset that it was the males in the family that had more issues than the females. I hope the women that, and all women that I've been coming in contact learn from me, is to be aware of your body. The scar I have on my chest, the first thing I do think of is thankfulness, awareness. This can happen again if I don't take care of myself. We take our bodies too much for granted and don't pay attention to the signs, and possibly there were signs that I didn't even realize was a sign, just because it was every day. It was the normal. Now there's a new normal.
Allison was born on August 15th, 2001. Lots of black hair, and just tiny. She was 6 pounds, 11 ounces, wasn't very big. She was such a quiet baby too. From day one, slept all night through. I mean, 12 hours. Most of the time she was a sleeper, but then that stemmed back to the heart issue. Her color was a little off. She was, well, she's kind of purple, but you know, they just thought from being born, whatnot. We didn't find out until her 1-week checkup that she had a heart defect. Allison was born with a mitral valve defect. It had, I guess, a lump on the side of it, so every time her heart pumped, it pumped blood, but the blood went into her lungs instead of, it was kind of like a hole there. She had open heart surgery, and they went in and replaced her mitral valve with a mechanical valve. Nothing you want any parent to go through. I guess the scariest part is when they take them away. So it's just that sitting there and not knowing.
I was around 6 to 9 months old when I got my first heart surgery, and then just a while ago when I was like 10, I got it again. It was hard because when I got out of surgery, it hurt really bad. Come on, Skylar. Come on, boy. Come on, come on.
Allison will have one more surgery in anywhere from 6 to 8 years. It's kind of as she grows, and when she stops growing, then the valve should last 25 years. Keep your faith, keep going strong. There's hope. There's so much stuff out there with the American Heart Association and what they're doing. I'd say thank you to the American Heart Association for giving us the opportunity to grow with Allie and watch her become the beautiful lady she is.
Thank you, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now.
I'm Elaine Reese, and I survived a stroke. It was March 19th, 2011, and it was my Saturday to go work at the gift box. Approximately noonish, I started to feel a little different. I just thought I was coming down with the flu. I tried to call Harlan, and he never said anything, but evidently he heard something in the way I was talking. And at that time, I couldn't get the word triple out. It said it in my head, but I couldn't say it. So I went A, pause, 3 times. And he said, AAA. And I said, yes. He said, pull in there. And he called the Norfolk Rescue Unit. They came, and I seriously still did not think of the word stroke until one of the rescue people, paramedics, said to the hospital, we are en route with a possible stroke victim. And when he said that, I just kind of like, my breath was taken away. It was like, he's not really talking about me, is he? The American Heart Association has touched my life when I had the stroke, and that many people involved, from Harlan by watching a commercial. When I called him, he could tell that I was talking funny, and he associated that with that, having a stroke. It makes me realize how blessed I am that I'm still able to be with my family, be with my friends, and sitting here talking to you and having tears in my eyes. Thank you. You are very important to your husband, your partner, your children, because they need you, but they need you healthy. And that's what the American Heart Association is trying to do. They're trying to keep us women healthy.
Thank you, American Heart Association.
Thank you, American Heart Association.
I would like to say a very great big thank you to the American Heart Association.